Hey everyone.
Ashton.
Welcome to possibly the second or the first podcast of Sun Knows Best. What are we doing here again? What is our podcast about? What are we doing?
Well, hanging.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
Chilling.
We are talking about games, relevant issues,
Yeah,
relationships, and everything in between.
Yeah, relationshipy stuff, video gamey stuff, real life stuff.
Yeah, so today we'll be playing a game called The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth.
I know a guy named Isaac.
You do?
Don't think he's been bound. Maybe.
How desperately uncomfortable. So this game, as you just saw in the opening, which we didn't record.
Weird opening. We did record?
We didn't.
Weird opening.
Yeah, it's about Isaac's mother killing Isaac, or going to kill Isaac. And he escapes into the basement.
Couple questions. How does he not realize there's a trapdoor under his rug in his bedroom?
I think he did, he just never looked at it.
Second question. Why does he have bars on his bedroom window?
Because his mother's kind of crazy.
That's all for the moment.
Cool, so let's get right into the game.
Yeah, let's check it out. Are you going to play?
Yes, I am. I'm going to play an average run of Isaac.
You're going to be Isaac?
Yeah.
My buddy Isaac is a K, not a C.
You can actually spell that name really like that?
Yeah, with a K on the end instead of a C. Yep.
Okay, so basically this game is a roguelike in which you are in a basement, and you have to go down floors, get items, and defeat bosses. And so it's a pretty difficult game. I've got a few hours in it.
Bees?
Sort of. Bee flies.
Flies?
The entire... I've got approximately... Ooh, the parasite. I've got approximately more than 1 hour in this game. Basically, items...
Don't you have 101 hours in this game?
I might. Approximately a few hours in this game.
Oh, I see.
It's the joke, Dad.
Oh,
yeah,
I
I'm
see.
proud of you. So basically, you can get items in these golden item rooms, and I just got an item called the parasite, which when you shoot tears will explode and do split shot.
Is that the thing in your head?
Yes.
Slug?
Yes. When it hits walls per se, it'll split off into 3 extra shots or 2 extra shots.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that's really creepy.
it is. He's a cutie though. He's my friend.
Why do you float?
Why do I float?
Yeah.
I'm not floating.
You're walking.
Yeah.
Are you on a flat floor? We're looking down on you.
Yes.
Oh
It's
my
isometric.
gosh. It's isometric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar to insert a game.
Yeah, interesting.
So yeah, this is one of my favorite games that I own, that I've played. What's this?
It's a cookie. Is it a cookie?
It is. I think
coin.
it's a spade.
What's
that's a coin. I'm looking at the book.
Yeah, cookie must be hungry.
So what's our topics for this podcast?
Well,
Or
did we come up with some topics for this podcast?
Well, I did come up with a few gaming related topics.
Did you? Yeah. Well, we just watched that Stadia thing, didn't we, on Google?
Yeah,
Oh my
Stadia's
God.
Google Stadia.
I don't even know anything about that, but it sounds fascinating. Sounds like it's going to change gameplay just through immediate accessibility on all
fronts, really.
devices. On all devices.
Yeah, everything that Google has produced can be played with. I mean, not like everything in.
But what's everything that Google has produced? Like has Google produced games that people actually want to play? Or, do you know what I mean? Like, do they take other people's games and put it within their window?
I believe that any sort of game that can be accessed on YouTube can also be accessed through Stadia.
Okay.
So, like, say, footage from large game companies like you saw with Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah.
If you watched a video on that game, then you could go into Stadia and just play it immediately.
Okay. But what about, like, your Steam account games? Like is Stadia going to limit your gameplay? But besides being able to access gameplay quickly and easily, is it going to limit what you play?
I'd assume that you probably can't play every single game that exists on Stadia.
That makes sense.
But I can imagine that with Google's wide appeal and its marketability, games companies would probably want to partner with them.
Right.
Because that would be an insane...
Yeah. Because why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? Will Stadia charge you for games? Or will they just be a platform?
I assume that you can buy games through it, but you can also just have games playable through that.
Interesting.
There's a first boss called Ragman.
Ragman? This guy?
He will shoot homing tears at me, and he just got me with one of them.
He's a ball of yarn with legs?
Sort of. I suppose he's sort of like an Egyptian mummy. But I'm trying to not take as much health or damage as possible during this specific run, because if I don't, then I have a possibility to get a thing called a deal with the devil, which will give me some items for my health. Not advised, well advised. But Stadia, we can only assume as of now because it's so early into its production cycle.
Mm-hmm.
But I can think that maybe it is both a platform to buy and play.
Yes, gotcha. Yeah, they'll take care of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would they
some
not?
aspects.
Yeah.
It's just a really good opportunity for Google and anyone who wants to partner with it.
Interesting.
But I'm very, very happy that that's existent because not only have they got an instant playability factor to that, you can also have, well, like they said, they've got cross-compatibility, which means that you can play online games between, that's awful. Ooh, not bad. You can play games with other people, whether it be on consoles or PC or on phone even. So that is something that people have been wanting for a long time. And of course, it has come about with games like Fortnite or, say, just like larger games that have accessibility through phone and through consoles and computers.
Okay.
Especially in recent times. But with this sort of thing, it's not really a specific game, but it's a platform, which is a lot bigger, one could say.
Do you think people will, like, if I have an iPhone or a MacBook, I'll be able to play Stadia?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, well, a Google produced thing.
Would I have to have a Google Chrome? Oh, pardon? A Google produced thing. What does that mean?
Like a Google Pixel. Their phone.
But can I not play it on my iPhone?
No, because that's Apple.
Oh.
This is the biggest thing that people have been sort of iffy about because Google does not explicitly produce gaming devices.
No, I realize that. But how come the guy on the thing played on a MacBook?
That was me accidentally misbranding it as a MacBook because that was a Google device, I believe.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't?
No, it wasn't.
I'm pretty certain it was.
So how many? Oh, I wonder if that's going to change the purchasing power of.
It probably will.
Really? Hey, do you think people will start buying Google phones?
People wouldn't want to buy like Google products just for that.
They would not?
Cheers. Probably not.
Well, man, people, people love Google phones.
They do.
Talk to Shanks, man. Hey, loves his Google phone.
All I'm saying is that for those who don't already own Google products, it might not be worth it to invest like $800 into a Google phone just to play a game.
Interesting.
Whereas they can either already have, say, a Google or a Windows computer to play games when they just have to invest $80 to play the game that they want.
Right.
As long as they have the computing processing power to do so. So it's definitely an interesting thing that's come up in recent times, and I've discussed it with a lot of my friends, and ooh, that's absolutely wonderful.
What do they think? What do the kids think?
Oh my god. The majority of them are pretty excited about what is to come because it's just like a next step into the future, essentially.
Right.
There's just so much more to go. And with that, there's a lot of opportunities that will come with this. Blood Laser Barrage.
Interesting.
When
does it get released? Do you know?
Probably sometime in summer this year, I would assume. But it could be winter or next year, but I'm not really certain on the exact date.
So between now and next now.
Yeah, now in the future, sometime in that time frame.
Sweet. Sometime after tomorrow.
Sometime after right now. Yeah. Oh yeah. What are your thoughts on Pill? Tears up, nice.
Pardon?
What are your thoughts on the upcoming turn into $100 games?
Oh, dude.
Two of Diamonds.
It had better be a good game for $100.
The first one that I
$100 is a lot of money, man. Like it's not bad for.
It depends on the game.
Better be a bloody good game. Don't you think?
The first one that I got my sights on was
$100 game.
Yeah, was the sequel to Skyrim.
Right.
And you know Skyrim. I played Skyrim for a very long amount of time.
Long time.
And it has been. Skyrim released in 2011, and it's been 8 years since the last Elder Scrolls game, and it will likely be another 2 or so until we actually get that game. So people have not been on Bethesda's. Bethesda has not been on people's good side recently.
Right.
Through a lot of PR decisions and mistakes, usually. Now, I'm not one to, jump on a bandwagon here.
Right.
Double active. But they have been making a lot of mistakes out of what could be described as greed, I would call it, because they just tend to like... it's a very, very long-winded subject in general to describe.
Okay.
Because recently a game called Fallout 76 released. This game was released as a 4-player co-op exploration game.
Okay.
At its heart, I would call it. I wouldn't want to simplify it to that degree, but for the sake of being concise, I probably would. And it was not favorable on launch because it was a bit glitchy, poorly constructed. It felt like it was rushed out.
Okay.
And it did not fit the core competencies, or the core premise of Fallout, one would say. It felt like a game that wasn't Fallout. In the fact that usually Fallout games are single-player exploration games focusing on story and narrative, where you can walk around this world and complete the story in any way you really want to. And Fallout 76 adhered to none of that. It was mainly a game designed to keep people invested with multiplayer co-op, and it didn't go well for them. Because it seemed like they just would... Whatever. The point is... Let's be concise here.
What's the point?
What's the point?
Get to the point.
The Elder Scrolls 6 probably won't sell as well nowadays.
Okay.
Because Bethesda has recently lost a lot of trust from their fan base.
Okay.
And I don't think it's a very wise decision to be the first company to release a $100 game under their circumstances.
Well, I mean, someone might have to do it. If games are reaching $80, $85, $90 at the moment, then... No, they're not, are they? $80 is pretty much maxed?
$80 is currently the max for average editions, but there are like special editions and deluxe editions and digital deluxe editions, all that garbage.
It sort of comes down to any exposure is good exposure, even not so good exposure.
Popularity.
Right?
Being known.
Well, any word out there, even if it's bad publicity, is still publicity. So maybe $100 game is, maybe they've just broken it. Right? From now on, it just goes to $100.
I mean, when one person does it, the entire world can follow suit. Especially in that sort of, if you up a price of something, then there's no reason to stay at that price.
Yeah, there's always got to be the first, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It's disappointing, but it's also reasonable.
Yeah. Should we think about eating?
We should. Hi. This is the secondary segment to episode 1 or 2.
Might be
third. Might be the third segment. We'll see. So today, like last time, we brought in some foods that we wanted to try.
We're doing it again.
We are doing it again.
Yeah.
So with us, of course, we've got the fabulous Milky's milk and yogurt flavored beverage.
A milk and yogurt flavored beverage.
Now,
ingredients, please.
Let's talk about these ingredients. Water is the first one. High fructose corn syrup, sugar, carbon dioxide, skim milk powder, citric acid, artificial yogurt flavor, soybean. Polysaccharides.
Ooh, like it. Good
phosphoric acid.
See, you did it well.
Thank you. It contains milk and soybeans.
It contains milk and soybeans. Where's it from, sir?
Korea.
Oh, really interesting. We haven't eaten Korean liquid yet, have we?
We
haven't drank Korean food yet.
I was about to say, it's kind of difficult to eat Korean liquid.
We're going to wash this down with the milk and yogurt flavored beverage, and this is called Kuker.
Hey, cat. Kuker.
Oh, nice here.
Oh, that's weird.
Kuker.
I have a food-related story for this, actually.
Masala Munch.
Masala Munch.
Yeah, do it. Let's do that.
So before we actually get into the meat of this, I want to talk about a kid I know named Jackson.
I love Jackson.
Jackson, the Adidas boy.
Adidas.
Luckily,
Adidas.
he would not care if he was online, I'm sure. I want to send this to him because he's going to hear this story back under the context that other people are going to hear it. He, in my art, one time in my art class in my school, I laid down one of these, you know those little Sesame Snap bite things? Those little packets of 3 Sesame things?
Do I ever love them?
I laid one of those down on the table and looked away. He, in the process of me looking away for like 10 or so seconds, took it and ate all of it. And when I looked back and he said, That was delicious. But the thing about Jackson
You
is
said
that he
65
is...
cents, please.
The thing about Jackson is that he is terribly allergic to every single seed and nut, except like one or two of them.
And hopefully that was one of them.
It wasn't.
Oh, damn.
He knew it. He knew that he was allergic to sesame seeds.
Oh.
But because he had always said, I eat burger buns all the time.
Yeah,
And I
with 2 sesame seeds.
and he never gets sick. He just went for it. And so he said to me, as soon as I turned back to him and figured out that he ate it all, that was delicious. I'm going to go grab my EpiPen.
Yeah, he sure is. Did he?
He did, but he was hospitalized.
Was he really?
He was.
Because of it.
My buddy Ryder called him the next day, and they heard the IV drip in the background.
No, you can't hear an IV drip in the background on Master Ray.
Okay, well, that's
was
what
he
he
hospitalized?
said. Yeah, he was hospitalized.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't even think that the IV drip would be there because I don't think that you use IV drips for allergic reactions. But he was hospitalized.
Jackson. That'll teach you for wearing all Adidas.
Okay, you should talk about Eddie Rudolph or Eddie Dassler and Rudolph.
Adidas. When I first came to this country, everyone was like, Adidas. And I was like, Adidas.
And it's not just him being a weird Australian man.
Well, number one, that's where it lies. Number two,
Yeah.
you want to know the Adidas story?
Give it to me again.
Well, Adi Dassler.
Yeah.
Adi Dassler, German fella, had a brother named Rudolf Dassler. Adi Dassler was like, I'm going to make me some shoes.
I don't think he sounded like that, but...
Kind of, with a German accent, but maybe not with the... And his brother's like, nah, I don't really like your shoes. So his brother, Rudolf Dassler...
I like his extension of the vowel.
Let me tell you, those Germans. And so he busted off from his brother Adi, and he started making shoes and named his company Puma.
It's strange how close those things can be, really.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Two by far of the most prominent shoe companies back in the 70s and 80s were definitely Adidas and Puma. So
Well,
isn't that funny?
Adidas and Puma are still quite large today.
They
If
are.
not-
I think
well, they're way larger considering the amount of people that buy them.
Puma's probably bigger in clothing now than shoes, and I think Adidas is still probably big in shoes. But anyway, funny story. Tell your friend Jackson.
I will.
Should we try some Couture?
We probably should, and I'm going to vomit my guts out after I drink Milky's.
It's guaranteed fresh.
It's probably not.
Should we check it out?
Yes.
It's a grain blend.
Okay, what does that tell me?
Well, it tells me rice meal, enriched cornmeal,
Okay, yeah.
chickpea meal.
Okay, give this to me.
That's all you need to know.
No.
All the rest we can't.
Let me,
all the rest we can't understand anyway.
Let me be a man and read the ingredients list out loud. Grain blend, rice meal, enriched cornmeal iron, niacin, thiamine, riboflavin, folic acid.
I like that riboflavin.
It's a very fun word.
I like me a little bit of riboflavin.
Stop. Chickpea meal. Stop it. Vegetable oil, seasonings, spices, salt, onion powder, corn, maltodextrin, mango powder.
Garlic powder.
Sugar. Tomato powder.
I love mangoes.
Tomato powder?
Tomato powder. What is tomato powder?
What is tomato powder? Like, what is that?
Well, anything. What's mango powder? It's just dried product powdered up.
Isn't it kind of... Whatever. No, it's okay. Natural flavors. Contains milk, paprika extract, mustard seed oil.
Love
That's
that.
actually a lot...
There's a lot going on.
Strangely,
Couture.
these foreign cuisines and beverages have a lot more pronounceable ingredients in them than Western foods.
Why does that smell sweet? Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna have a deep inhale of this thing. Ah, it's
Switch it.
so weird.
It smells carbonated, it smells bubbly, and it smells sweet. It actually doesn't smell bad at all.
No, it's not that bad actually.
Those don't smell bad at all.
Yeah, it's sort of like spicy Cheetos.
Should we try it?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna give this one a go.
Okay.
Oh,
Masala munch. Yeah, not bad at all.
not bad at all.
Yeah.
It's spicy.
It completely changes flavor.
What's up with the consistency of these foreign cuisines just changing flavor?
My taste buds are old, and they've been through a lot in their lives, so they just, whenever I pop something in my mouth, they're all just like, whoa, just give me a little bit. just chill, man. Just give me a little bit. And then like 5 or 6 seconds later, they're all like, whoa.
You're speaking a completely different language to me, but it all sounds very strange.
That's true.
Okay, so what do you think of these things?
I don't mind them at all, man. I'm going to give those a...
Arbitrary, make it arbitrary.
They taste like crunchies, you know, the crunchies, like the cheesy, the cheesy cheese flavored, but they're called crunchies.
Yes.
No,
Dad, they know what you're talking about.
right. Tastes like that, but with like an Indian spice. Okay, Milkus.
I guess the paprika, is it not?
How is this pronounced?
Milkies, probably.
Milkies. Are you doing it first, or?
Okay. All right, I'm doing it.
You know what we really should do is check expiry dates on all this shit before we eat it.
It's actually really good.
Is it really good?
Yeah, it's really good.
It smells so sweet.
Give it a go. It's actually really good.
It's actually really good.
What is this?
Yeah.
The weirdest thing we found in this aisle to date.
You know what makes it really good?
What?
It's
Carbonation?
Like, yeah.
Yeah. It's carbonated. It's like carbonated sweet milk flavor.
How much was it? Do you remember?
It's like $1. Like at like $2.
We're going back today.
That's
That's
actually really impressive. I'm surprised that this is actually really good.
Me too, because you want to know why when we gave it to the superstore, do you remember the grocery lady,
we
the
were
cashier
given
lady?
a gift,
She was like,
she's like milk and yogurt
yeah,
flavored
and I'm
beverage.
like, what do you think of that? And she's like, I don't really know what to think. We're going to have to go tell her. Remember her name?
I don't.
Me neither.
Chantel.
No.
No.
Sherry.
It's something with a CH or an SH.
SH. It was an SH.
Sherry.
Yeah, no, I don't think so, but...
It was something along those lines.
Yeah,
this is
something.
actually refreshing.
Very bloody good. Success.
Success.
Love it.
Arbitrary rating. Good out of 10.
Yeah, let's try a different one.
Let's try it. Yeah. Hey
Yeah,
guys, welcome back to the third segment. This is the third segment?
Perhaps.
Yeah,
Depends
perhaps.
how the engineer goes.
Hi guys.
Depends how the engineer goes.
And we're back with another set of food items.
we'll
Ding
see.
dongs. Maybe not the correct plural. Could you even begin to describe what this is?
No. Sown papdi.
Haldigrams sown papdi.
Nagpur. It's an Indian sweet.
Plain durée. Blended with natural cardamom.
Cardamom?
It's a weird spice. I've never really seen that.
Expiry date, please.
Yeah, okay.
We're definitely in expiry dates.
Packed on 2018, August 6th, and best before 2019, October 6th.
Okay, perfect. What's the ingredients? Is it readable?
Let's have a look.
I mean, it'll have to be in English, but... No, it's ripping it.
Oh, it's actually really easy to see. Refined sugar, enriched white flour, refined palmoline oil, chickpeas, flour, edible vegetable fat, cardamom, almond, and pistachio.
Ooh,
That's...
pistachio.
Let's give this one a quick close-up shot.
Let's do it. Interesting. We haven't done any on close-up shots, have we?
We've not really.
We're going to also, in this episode, we're also going to do the old ding dong.
Which are just like assorted nuts and seeds.
Best name in the world. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
The weirdest part is there's a little leprechaun in the corner. I'm not necessarily sure why.
My dad loves eating ding dongs, so he'll be
It's like, hey, don't let everyone in on my secrets. Ingredients: corn, peanuts, green peas, broad beans. Broad? Like chick beans? Get it?
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm very proud
Broads.
of you.
Get it? You broad, you bloody broad.
Okay, keep reading, you Australian.
Salt, sugar, hydrolyzed soy protein.
Hydrolyzed soy protein.
Should have seen that word. It sounds disgusting. Palm oil, corn oil, coconut oil.
Seems
Bring
like
on the oils.
It's not just dehydrated, hydrolyzed? Because it's...
Hydrolyzed.
Or is that added moisture?
I'm not even willing to look it up.
This has
Wheat
been-
flour.
been waterized.
Tartrazine, that's a good word. Yeah, sunset yellow FCF.
What's FCF?
Bet that's bloody good for you. Brilliant blue FCS.
These sound like they're colorizations.
And TBHQ.
What are these? You have to explain what these are.
That's LBTQ communities, friends, TBHQ.
Get right into this.
All right, let's do this.
This is pathetic. And nothing like the sound of a terrible opening. Get any bad smells from doing that?
My teeth doesn't have any nose in it.
Yeah, but your nose was pressed right up against it as you opened it. Oh my god. Oh. Oh no.
Oh, jeepers.
What have we bought this time?
Oh, jeepers creepers.
Holograms.
That
Taste
is
of tradition.
Crazy.
Taste of tradition.
Oh, it doesn't smell too bad, actually. Doesn't look very good at all.
It's kind of refreshing smelling. It's got like a sort of mintiness to it. like as if it was like a bath soap. Is this gonna
Oh, look.
It looks like tuna. It looks straight up like tuna.
Look at that texture.
Move it around your fingers a little bit for the camera. I was going for another one. Oh my god. It's like
fiberglass.
it is like
It is like
crumbling in your fingers.
It is like fiberglass.
It is like powderized. It's like solid turning into powder in your fingers. It looks and feels very interesting. It's got that aesthetic quality. How is it?
I don't know. It like melts into spicy liquid. Isn't that the weirdest thing? I've never ever. Are you gonna vomit? Are you really? Oh, shiver me timbers. Well, you know it's pretty bloody good when that happens. I have no idea what to think of that. Hopefully you didn't hear that, but look at that. It is literally... Are you okay? It is literally the texture of fiberglass.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
I tell you. Very interesting. Let's wash it down with some ding dong.
Very few foods can make me cry.
That's nuts.
No, I can see if I was like a different sort of, if I grew up on some sweeter, very strange liquids. I think I'd be able to handle that, but I can't handle that.
That was very texturally. I have never in my wildest days
Ever would have thought that out. It's almost like viscerally upsetting to my body.
It's like dehydrated something. Ding dongs.
I need something else. Like right now.
Well, you might want to have some of that liquidy milk and yogurt blend.
Right, of course.
Ding dongs. I like them very much.
Honestly, it's just like the world of pleasantries now.
Pretty easy, isn't it? Mm-hmm. After that.
Yeah, it really is not that bad. It's just like salted nuts.
Not too bad.
I from the throat.
Oh.
Hello, welcome to the fourth segment actually of today's episode. I'll be back in playing The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. As we left off, I believe we were like, we're 10 minutes into a run so far. And I recently got Brimstone, which allows me to shoot red laser beams. Pretty effective, I'll say. One thing Dad often notes about, I believe you've noted before, is that there's a lot of poop in this game.
There is a little bit of blood.
A little bit of poop.
And a little bit of poop.
A little bit of strange things in general. I mean, like, I've quoted this game as being one of my favorite games I own.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of the genre of games called roguelikes, which are games where you die frequently and have randomized worlds. Now, generally, the randomized and procedurally generated worlds, or worlds that... Ooh, that's good. Worlds that often are not the same every single time, struck a lot of controversy for being perhaps a little bit less depth-filled than other things like regular games. Because usually when it comes to procedural generation, you would have to develop several hundred different possibilities to be able to get your world to the exact same standard as something else. Like, say, the Elder Scrolls games are all built in one world. But if you were to produce a procedural generated world as big as Skyrim, you would have to produce several different types of these worlds. And being forced to be able to, or being forced to produce that many worlds of that size can often be draining for resources and time management, which often leads to these worlds being a little bit less fleshed out. Because oftentimes, procedural generated games are not fleshed out enough to be adequately played for long amounts of time, which is exactly their point. Say, I don't want to shine a candle on any specific games, but there are a few games which attempt to do roguelike, specifically ones that are more Metroidvania inspired, where you have to go on a 2D plane and...
Pardon?
Metroidvanias. You know Metroid?
Pardon?
Okay, cool.
Squeezy?
Metroid.
Tony says pardon.
Metroid.
Metroid?
Yes.
Is that like a metropolitan hipster?
I'm glad we're on the same page here.
Great. A metropolitan android?
Ceremony ropes.
A metro droid? What's it called?
It's Metroidvania.
Metroidvania?
Yes, because it is... Didn't want that at all. Metroidvania games are games that you move on a 2D axis or plane, and you have to go throughout a generally more difficultly designed world filled with enemies and bosses and etc. And generally, movement mechanics are about as important as the actual game and mechanical skill.
Like that cave game that you play where you go up and down to avoid the stuff. Where you move yourself across the screen.
Yeah.
What's that game called?
What do you mean, like, cave game?
Well, that game that you have on your phone and you played 46,000 hours.
Oh, right. Redungeon. Shout out to Nitrome, who produces really, really good games. But
how many hours on that game?
About 40.
40 hours? That's it?
Yeah, about that.
Huh.
40 is still really, really good for a mobile game. I've never really gotten above...
Very disappointed in you.
Glad to hear it. Nothing new then.
No, nothing new.
But basically, Metroidvanias have the roguelike thing the worst. Why'd I do that? Have the Metroidvania... Oh my god.
Lower expectations.
Usually with Metroidvanias, yes. Nice. Why am I stupid?
I was talking about you lowering your expectations. Don't call yourself stupid. Period.
Oh, because I actually...
Are you human? Have you made a mistake today?
Yes.
Good. Well, make another one. Don't call yourself stupid. Understand?
Okay, Dad.
Thank you.
Okay, fine.
Well, don't call yourself stupid because you're not. And even if you were a little bit on the stupid side of things, there's no need to call yourself that.
I'm glad we've had this inspirational conversation.
Comprehende?
Yes.
Aww.
It's just that I accidentally placed a bomb in front of myself. Usually, Metroidvanias have to struggle more because their movement mechanics are a little bit more required for the game. I mean, I'm not a game designer. I don't know how these games work and why this is, per se.
You should be a game designer.
I do have a passion for it.
Yeah.
I would call it. Okay, move aside. There we go. Got it. But like this game has been around for. I mean, this game was particularly released in 2015. Its original version, The Binding of Isaac, was released in 2011. When I stepped into that. It's been a classic game for about that amount of time. It's generally considered to be the best roguelike produced, aside from like. I mean, I'm definitely forgetting one or two, but it is in its genre very, very popular, and that's for usually having a lot of depth, and that means it's got a lot of time put into it. I'm just walking into spikes here. I need to stop. I'm rambling hard. Save this, Father.
Are you doing a ramble?
I'm doing a bit of a ramble.
Well, when you get involved in the video games and then involved in the verbal, you're involved in everything. You've got the audio, you got the verbal, you got the physical stimulation. Can you put it all together and come out the other side? I'm not really sure.
I will.
You will?
Yep.
You'll do it. You'll do it. A portion of what you say sounds Japanese, even though you speak in English.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
but I am on board a listener. I am available.
Okay.
I am here.
Yeah.
I am willing. I am able.
Of course.
Great.
What are your thoughts on this game?
There's a lot of poop, and there's a lot of blood.
Okay, well that's an
thoughts.
observation. That's not thoughts.
It's confusing because where do you go?
Looking at the mini map, I usually have to go to find a skull icon on the map. I've already been to one of them because there's a random boss fight in one of the rooms.
What happens with the heart icons?
The heart icons? Oh, those are just these things being in the rooms, which I don't need because I've only got silver hearts and not heart containers. I need to run.
Why can't you see the whole map? You can just see a room at a time.
I can only see the rooms that the rooms that are connected to the ones I've been to.
Oh, how do you know which room you're in?
Because it'll be lit up on the map.
White?
Yeah, it'll be white.
Oh, interesting.
I need myself some keys so I can get into the item room.
It's not my type of game.
No, I don't think it's many people's types of game.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure people, as in, the general majority of people probably are dissuaded from playing this game because of obvious reasons. Because presentation, usually?
Yes, well, it begins where
a little boy...
Where Satan talks to little...
God, actually.
God?
God.
Talks to little Jimmy's mum?
Isaac's mom.
Talks to little Isaac's mum?
Yep.
Yeah, that was God talking?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about killing little Isaac?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she's already got him in a bedroom with friggin' bars on the windows. He's halfway to dead. Isn't he?
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
I mean, sort of.
Well, to your room, Ashton. Take down your bars.
Right. Take down my bars. Why was...
Freedom is yours.
Of course. Why would my dad ever say to take down the bars in my room? My bars have been there for 17 years. No, 17.
17? How old are you?
15. Great. I made it to mom fight in less than 20 minutes, which means I have unlocked boss rush mode.
Nice.
I think I just lost. Nope, never mind. Okay, deal the devil first. Sure. That's really bad. So now I've got boss rush, which means it's like about 8 minutes of a fight.
Oh, shivers. Okay.
I'll get out there in just a sec. Let me just re-roll this.
Okay.
Ooh, spectral baby. Multi-dimensional baby, actually. So if I shoot at my multi-dimensional baby, this is what happens to my tears. Check this out. Right, I gotta stay still for this. He'll like enhance the tears, and they'll come out. Well, tears is in. Oh my god. Yes. Big damage up. All right, so here's where things get really spicy because now I've got to beat about 15 waves of bosses without dying. And these bosses are very, very random. I think they're random. Oh, cool. Nothing like not seeing the bloat across the room. Oh, that's Monster too, actually. The issue with this room is that I might not have the ability to survive it. But if I do, I'll end up... Yeah, see, exactly. I'll end up having another item that I can pick up at the end of it. And it can either be an item that'll save my life or just doom me.
You just get spat back into another room if you die, or what?
No, I lose. My run will end. And
Oh,
I lose
really?
all my progress.
And your inventory and stuff?
Yeah.
Shit.
Roguelikes function like this. You start up into a world.
Yeah.
Nice. Nothing like brimstone laser. You start up into a world, and you will probably be dead with your first 30 times you try to beat this game.
Okay.
But you can find items that will improve your stats. But if you die, or if you beat the game, you will be forced to restart, and without keeping any of your items.
Okay.
Because every single time your run will be new.
Okay.
Even if you win. But if you win, you usually unlock new items if you try out new combinations of characters and try to beat the game with them.
Okay.
So over time, you will build up your strength of character. Not like that. But you will end up building up your account so that it's more powerful and you have access to more and more items, whether good or bad. Trust me, some of them are bad. And say over like 100 hours worth of this game, I've gotten the majority of the items in the game. Or not the majority, a large amount of them. I'd say I've still got about 65% of the items to go. And that's after a lot of progress and a lot of attempts.
Well, that's good.
They've been pretty good. But this game is definitely quite challenging, especially for people who would just want to get into the game. Because, like it's you have to fight through so many things without knowing how to play, what to do.
Right.
It is very vague. And some items have the capacity to ruin a run instead of save you. Like, say, for example, an item called Soy Milk, which drops your damage rating, to about something like 1.
Okay.
But it'll increase your fire rate. So it with certain items can be good, but a majority of items do not function perfectly on their own. So you've got to find item synergies and combinations that'll make your run possible. Like right now, I've got Multi-Dimensional Baby and my Brimstone, which will make my shots become a lot more powerful if I fire through it. I have one boss rush, and I got Yum Heart, which is terrible for me. Oh, it might be even worse. Do I have a battery in this room? I don't. Okay, well that's awful. I fought 8 or 10 waves of bosses for nothing really. To the next floor. To this is where the game probably gets the weirdest. Welcome to the womb. Or the Utero 1.
Utero 1.
And I don't know how much health I have.
That's creepy.
What a terrible, terrible chest. So, I don't have much time in the original game.
Right.
But that's mainly because I never played it before I played this game. And I don't want to, like, talk down to the original game. But this game is a bit more depthful, I would call it.
Okay.
There's a lot more to do, a lot more to collect, a lot more to see, to fight, to blank, you know? It's just the amount of time that these games have been out, and the amount of work that has been put into this game. Because the old game doesn't get any updates anymore, and is a few years older than this one. So, how many... There are about, like, I'd say 7 or so bosses that you can beat to win the game. And I will probably be going to Mega Satan. But not... actually, I'll be going to the floor that has Mega Satan on it. But not Mega Satan himself. I'm going to be going to a floor, and I'm going to fight a thing called the Blue Baby. Which is... Some assume it's Isaac's soul after he dies.
Okay.
You die, by the way. Not necessarily canonically, but then again, maybe so. So it's all very confusing, and it's all very vague. No one actually knows what happens, because that's how the game's story is created.
Okay.
But it's all very unique, we'll say.
Cool.
So yeah. Usually runs in this game take about 40 minutes, but this one has gotten really, really lucky. I'm going to beat it a lot faster than I initially suspected.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
Do you want to finish out the run?
Yeah, I'll be able to finish out the run in the next 7 or so minutes, I imagine.
Okay.
If I were to put an estimate on it.
Should we keep it going?
Oh, heck yeah. Let's keep going. Nothing like a little bit more footage to work through. Nah. Let's do it. What games would you like to play during the podcast?
Say it again.
What games would you like to play during the podcast? Racing games.
Yeah.
Nice chest.
Probably racing games. Ace Combat.
We're going to have to buy Ace Combat. I don't have an Ace Combat game on my computer, but there are Ace Combat games on Steam. Or Ace Combat game on Steam.
Okay.
The newest one, number 7. Which should be... People are saying it's good. I'm not going to buy that.
Don't buy it.
Why?
How much is it?
80.
No, don't buy it.
Okay.
Not for $80.
Well, what about on sale for like 50?
No, we'll buy bloody Ace Combat 3 for $10.
Okay.
Be just as fine. I used to play Ace Combat on PlayStation 2.
I remember the PlayStation 2. We got one on us. We just need to get an Elgato so we can record it.
Yes. But we don't play the PlayStation. Where is it in the cupboard?
In the cupboard, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we switch out what games are currently on the system, I suppose. On the television, sometimes.
Yes, we do, because we have a Wii and an Xbox 360, don't we?
And a PS2. I mean...
And a PS2, yeah, so we got to change out the system sometimes. And we got that Google... What'd you buy me for Christmas? Chromecast, love it.
Out of your request.
Well...
It's a good system, don't get me wrong.
You also bought me a t-shirt I didn't ask for, which I really like. Hey?
Right. Yeah, you've been wearing that a lot, so...
Yeah. No, and that Google Chromecast comes in handy for me because we only have like 3 TV channels, right? So it's good to...
Cable is not the kind of way I want to spend the money.
No. But we don't watch Google Chromecast very much, do we?
Not overly.
I don't watch it very much when you're at your mum's place.
You'd think that is when you would.
I know, but I don't know. I seem to just watch my computer in front of me. Pardon me. The screen's big enough.
When was the last time we did use Chromecast? I mean, the last time I used it was the Dragon Ball film.
Yeah, the time before that, I probably used it a couple of weeks ago for like documentaries. But I mean, we don't think we have lots of media, but we've got that Amazon Prime or the Amazon TV.
Give us your honest product review for Google Chromecast.
Oh, that's actually a trinket.
I like it.
That's not a review.
It's handy dandy.
That's also not a review.
I think it's top notch.
I don't think any of these are reviews.
I think I'd sell it to your sister.
That might be a review.
Maybe.
No,
I like it. I think it's the bomb. It's exactly like Apple TV. You know, it's the same thing. Click, click, boom. That's what I need to put on the installation manual. Click, click, boom.
That's probably not gonna get them much. Any people knowing what they're in for, anyways.
Isn't that all you have to do? Is just click, click, boom.
No.
All right. Well, sounds promising.
But like, tell me about its features. Tell me about what you like about it specifically. I mean, you've said that you like the fact that it is very concise to use.
I like that it's small and round, and I like that it's black. I like that it's small and black and round. I like that you plug it in the thing on the TV, the little plugger thing. You have the small, the black, the round into the funny thing on the big rectangle thing. Click, click, boom.
Are you losing your mind or having a stroke?
Small, round, black, plug in funny thing, big rectangle thing on the wall. Click, click, boom. Yeah, and then you just go on your device of choice.
Are you losing your mind?
That's exactly what you asked for. Then you go on your device of choice, whether it's your phone or whether it's your laptop. And in the corner, you just look, and then you just go click, click, and then what happens next?
Boom.
At least you were listening. Yeah, so I really like it. It's how much money did I give you to buy it?
45.
45. Oh, yeah, it's a great deal.
Sure.
How much Apple TVs? Like Apple TV setups, $90 or something?
Something like that.
God damn.
I really shouldn't do that, but I might do it.
There's people that just buy that stuff because it's Apple stuff, though, you know? Like, you don't really need it.
I mean, we don't really need anything.
Well, we don't. We don't need TV. I don't need to have procreated.
Should I?
But here you are.
Are you shooting at me here? I need to go to the Hush fight, I think. Should I go to the Hush fight? I might die.
Well, if you die, you die. You should go to the Hush fight and give it a rip.
Let's go to the Hush fight.
Yeah,
the Hush fight is infamous for being hard. So let's work at it.
You can do it.
I have 5 keys. I see. So I'm gonna open the item rooms first. That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh my Jesus! What is this? How is this gonna work? Okay, I think I win. So, you remember how I was shooting laser beams?
Mm-hmm.
Tech X is laser tears, and then now I'm shooting laser ring tears. So that's laser beam ring tears. What's this? Ancient board, spectral tears. That's actually going to be useful for me. Alright, so let's open up these chests. Okay, so nothing really. Cool, now that's cool. A rainbow worm. What is this going to do to me? Up my fire rate a lot. Oh, there we go. Now it's pulsing. Alright, so basically, should I re-roll this item here? Yeah.
Sure.
No, I think I just ruined it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, never mind. It just made it look cooler. Alright, so that thing would have, if it acted normally, made tears rotate around my head when I fired them.
Okay.
And that is very, very hard to land. Here's Hush. It's a little baby now. Oh, yes, this is okay. Look at the damage. Oh, not unless I take a lot of damage here. I just gotta make sure to dodge, and then I should be fine. But it's gonna be tense, that's for sure. This is like a harder alternative. What? It's like a harder alternative to the irregular Isaac fight, which you can do in the cathedral. But here's where things get hard. Luckily, my damage output is absolutely massive, so I should be okay. Okay. Okay, thanks for the homing shot, dude. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose this fight. I dodged that. Oh my god. Luck. I'm at just under half health, so I should be... If I'm very careful, I could do this.
Okay.
But I might not be able to. Oh, yep, flies. I'm dead. You be careful. This guy is assumedly like Blue Baby's bigger brother, I assume. Or people assume. Because he's like... He looks exactly like him in his first phase, except he's got that face. That damn smile. It all began with that damn smile. If I had a thing called shielded tears, I'd be able to handle them a lot better. But I don't. I can't. So I just need to keep firing, basically. Here might be the easiest portion of the fight, because I can stand in basically one place and not die. But I've only got four hearts left, and if I live through this, I'm probably going to die on the next floor. Yep, yeah, I'm going to die. Wafer, please live. Please help me live. The wafer is damage resistance, which gives me a small chance to have damage dealt to me not actually happen.
Okay.
What is going on? Why are there red tears? I don't remember red tears in this fight. That break off and turn into smaller red tears. Please help me live through this. Okay. I die. Do I die? I think I die. I die. Help me. Oh god. It's a very, very close fight. If I can pull off perfect dodges, then I should be fine. Which I'm not going to be able to do. Oh god.
Oh, you got lots of...
This is the hardest fight in the game, some say.
Nice.
But I might not be able to win. Nope, I lose. Okay. Keep firing the tears. Keep firing the tears. Oh no, he went down again. Look at his health. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Okay, so, okay, I'm gonna die. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Why is he not coming back up? Oh, I'm gonna lose. Please, no. Please, please, please. I'm gonna die.
That's a pretty good run. Oh. Everything will be okay. You're going to live to see another day.
So that's been Sun Knows Best podcast episode 2.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna go home and cry.
Oh, you're home now, so start crying.
Hey everyone, this is Sicker Post-Editing Ashton here with a message about the podcast. We really hope you enjoyed what you saw. It's merely a first look at the future of the podcast, but my father and I are proud of what we've produced so far. The style we're aiming for is definitely not something seen in other podcasts. We've toyed with several formatting ideas and thought up countless topics, segments, or things to record, but eventually settled on the gameplay/footage style of recording. And although I'm uncertain it's really a podcast anymore, I hope the live segments balance out the large chunks of gaming content. To finally get the podcast off the ground feels quite strange. My father and I had planned out every little detail of this podcast, from title to format, topic to intro. Sometimes I really didn't think it was going to happen. Yet, here we are. I would, as editor, expect the podcast to be released weekly on my YouTube channel, titled Sun Knows Best to accommodate the change in content. If you liked what you saw, please do subscribe and click on the small notification bell so you can keep posted on new episodes of Sun Knows Best. This has been Ashton, and thank you for watching the podcast.
Oh shit, I hope I recorded that.